We are today. And I reached out to Senator Toomey, and I've had conversations with Senator Toomey, and he responded to my call, and I've talked with his staff. And as the governor said, again, a serious issue in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is a big, gun-respecting, gun rights state. I get that. I support the Second Amendment also. But I like all of the amendments. I like the first one that says that I have a right to peacefully assemble here in Philadelphia, in Chicago, in New York, in Atlanta, in San Francisco, or anywhere else that I want to be, and I shouldn't have to worry about someone running down the street, mostly with illegal weapons, with high capacity. These are weapons of war that only the military or our law enforcement officers should have. They're the only ones who need these kinds of weapons. Often our own Philadelphia police officers. So this is not theory. This is not an esoteric discussion. And as a mayor, and as my fellow mayors, Sal and John, and all of us all across the country, we don't get to have debates about the death and destruction in our streets. On May 3rd, 2008, I was in my office about to go to an event. I got a phone call. One of our officers had been shot. His name was Sergeant Stephen Lisbinski. He was cut down with an AK-47. His body obliterated by that weapon while he was trying to do his duty. That's real. That's a wife without a husband. Those are children without a father. This is the reality of what we face on the streets of America every day. 32 people murdered in the United States of America every day. There is no other type of tragedy in this country that we would allow to go on so unaddressed for so long. Not car accidents, not planes, not trains, not a bag of spinach on a shelf. If it was found to hurt somebody, every one of them would be taken away. And something would be done about it. And to those who would suggest, which is nothing but political rhetoric, that anyone is talking about taking someone's gun away, stop that lie. That is a lie. That is just a lie. Stop lying. We've never had a problem with law-abiding citizens in this city. Every day we arrest folks with illegal guns. 85% of our homicides in Philadelphia with a gun, all of which are illegal. That person didn't buy that weapon. Straw purchasers, renting guns, getting them from someone else on the street. This is a serious issue for serious people to take serious action. I don't have time for nonsense and rhetoric and manufactured scenarios. What is wrong with getting a background check? What is wrong with getting a background check? People who are on the terrorist no-fly list can buy a gun. That is insane. That is crazy. Why would we allow something like that? If you're a law-abiding citizen, even NRA members agree that law-abiding citizens, the members themselves, go through a background check. There is no issue with that. Why would anyone need a clip with more than 10 rounds in it? You're not shooting a bear. You're not shooting an elk. You're not shooting deer. And as a matter of fact, it is against Pennsylvania law to use that high-capacity weapon to shoot or hunt game in Pennsylvania. We have more regulations about what you can do on our hunting grounds than what we have what you can do on the streets of our city. The General Assembly has spent a lot of time figuring out what kind of weapon, what size shell that you can use to hunt deer and bear and elk and wild turkey, but we have not spent the amount of time for the daily death and carnage on the streets of America as we have about hunting. I want us to be safe. I want our children to be safe. Universal background checks, ban high-capacity magazines, update the NICS system. Update the NICS system with the hundreds of thousands of names of people who should not be able to have a weapon, because we all agree. And yes, mental health is an issue, and it's been highlighted by the Newtown tragedy. But quite honestly, there has to be a little something wrong with you to ever shoot anybody. There must be something going on in your head that we don't understand, because I don't understand how anyone can pick up a gun and shoot another person, no matter what else is going on in your life. And so, yes, we need to invest in mental health services, but there's nothing wrong with making sure that our systems work, that people who shouldn't have a gun shouldn't have a gun, that we limit the amount of bullets that you can fire at any one point in time, and that there should be an active, vigorous debate. That's what this country was started about, right here in the cradle of liberty, freedom, and democracy. But they didn't debate forever whether or not to have the Declaration of Independence. They had a good debate, and then they passed one. They didn't debate forever the Constitution. They came together, and then they had a vote. And when you're a legislator, and I was a legislator for 14 and a half years, your job is to vote. We